Hello, everyone, and welcome to our session on summer study abroad options. Thank you for joining us. My name is Rory McGillen, and my colleague Robert Rodriguez is here as also. And we'll be going over the International Education Office offerings during summer. Just so you know, this webinar has been pre-recorded and will also be available with captioning on our on-demand section of our GLOW website page. You all have been muted for the purposes of limiting background noises, but we will offer a Q&A session. Simply just type your questions as this presentation is running. We will get to them as soon as we can. And then once your question is answered, it will be visible to all. So thank you, everyone. Welcome again. Today we'll be covering our summer study abroad options. Thank you for joining us. I'll go over the agenda really quickly. We'll do a brief overview where you can meet our staff and learn more about our programs. We'll also go over some refreshers about the general principles of study abroad and where you can also go to learn more if you would like to. We'll then cover some specific examples of our summer programs. And then following that, we'll cover what funding options are available to you. At the end, we will then go over the steps you'll need to take to apply to our program and then have all of our contact info listed at the end. One thing we recommend for everyone who's interested in study abroad is to add our emails to your safe senders list. That way you can make sure to get all of our communication from our office. So again, my name is Rory McGillen. I work at the Travel Study Office as one of our program coordinators. My colleague, Robert Rodriguez, who you'll hear from in a second, is one of our international programs advisors. Below on the bottom of the page, you can scan our QR code to learn more about our office and GLOW. But just know that our office is your one-stop shop for all your study abroad needs. And to come in and see us, we are located in Murphy Hall, room 1332. If you haven't already, you can also check out our Study Abroad 101 section. This is also on our GLOW website page, which is accessible through the QR code. When you're there, you can browse different topics, such as program types and credit transfers, costs, and all other sorts of frequently asked questions for study abroad. But in this program, we will only be covering the summer program options.
Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us. In this section, we'll be highlighting a few important points. One of them being if you have an expired passport or soon-to-be expired passport, please make sure to renew that. And also, if you do not have a passport, then we obviously will encourage you to go ahead and secure a passport. There is a passport office here in Westwood off of Wilshire and Veteran. They take online appointments only, so you'll need to go on their website and schedule an appointment, and then they will proceed to provide you with instructions. Here in this screenshot, we highlighted the Get Started page. This is where you can find all of the programs that are offered during the summer, and you will be able to see which of these programs can satisfy the requirements that you're looking to fulfill. For example, it could be major requirements, minor requirements, GEs, language. So there's quite a few options that are available. We have several locations that rotates based all over the world. You'll also be able to see what locations we have on our website. And to learn more, you can click on the Get Started option and click on how to choose your program, and you'll be able to filter out programs based on the requirements you're looking to fulfill. So here are the three type of programs that offer summer options. Number one, travel studying, a UCLA faculty-led program. The global internships, which offer internships for UC Credit and UC EAP. So as we move along these presentations, we will highlight each program individually. and you'll be able to learn about the structure of the program, the application process, and so on. For UCEAP, students will remain as a UCLA student while abroad. So your status as a UCLA student will not change. Some opportunities consist of general ed requirements, internships, language programs, and research. So that all of these opportunities are available abroad, and all of them are UC credit bearing opportunities. All of these options will allow you to earn credit, which will automatically transfer back to UCLA. The eligibility requirements consist of a GPA and class level. A few number of programs will have a language requirement, and usually that's for language programs. Some of them will have a language prereq, some will not. As long as you maintain eligibility, meet deadlines, you should be going abroad. It's not necessarily an admissions process, it's more of having met a specific criteria in order to be eligible. You're already a UCLA student, you've been admitted to UCLA, so there's no need to think about this process as an admissions process. There's no UCEAP application fee, and first come, first served most programs. Some programs will be limited to a certain number of spots, and others will not. But those that are limited, those spots will be given on a first come, first served basis. The UCEAP program filter will allow you to filter out programs based on summer. So here you see a number of 58 programs, all of which are summer. And you can use a filter to now search down even further based on location or based on country. So for example, if you decide to narrow down your search based on programs in Asia, then you would just click Asia, and the total number of matches will decrease from 58 to, let's say, for example, 20, and you would just work your way through reviewing those programs. And you will also see that in each individual box, you will be able to see the eligibility requirements. For example, you'll see the minimum GPA, the class level. It will also say language prereq. It will say no. Most of them will say no. And also, all programs are taught in English. So that might be something that you're wondering. All programs are taught in English. Obviously, if you're taking a language program, obviously that will be taught in the local language. Now, the global internship program, a program that is one of the newest options that we have. It's an 8-week internship with 10 weeks of coursework. The application will open in the fall. So you have some time to take a look at these options, and you can secure a spot by submitting the online application and submitting a $300 deposit that will secure your place in the program. Here's some of the locations that we have for the Global Internship Program. We have Indonesia, Germany, Colombia, Argentina, South Africa, Bolivia, Japan, and the Czech Republic. And we also have a couple of quotes from recent participants that shared a little bit about their experience participating in this program. And we expect this program to grow. It is getting popular very, very fast. So with that said, you can expect some of the locations to grow, as well. And again, these internships you earn UC credit. They are unpaid internships. You will know of your internship placements before you depart for your program. So you can find out more information about these options on our website. And once students apply, then we send regular updates regarding the next steps after the application process has been complete.
And next, we'll cover our UCLA travel study options. These programs do vary a little bit, but they're typically 3 to 5 weeks in the summer. If you've never gone abroad before, this could be a good option for you because there is a lot of support offered, being that they're led by UCLA faculty members. Most of our options are in single cities, but we do have a few multi-city options this next summer. We have a minimum requirement of 8 units. These will all be pre-built for you. with some having an option to choose between 2 or 3 courses. Um, because these are all a minimum of 8 credits, you will be open to use financial aid for these programs. Our current applications for summer 2024 will open on on November 16th and remain open till March 22nd. Please know that any applications received during the winter break may not be processed until early to mid-January. It's also important to note that in order to secure your spot in the program, you will be required to pay a $300 deposit. These are some of the program departments that are offering travel study programs. There's a couple new ones this year that we'd like to highlight. We have a Berlin program that has not run in the last few years and is coming back. You may notice that we don't have any Paris programs in summer 2024. That is because of the Olympics that are coming up. But we do have some exciting new cities, such as going to Nantes. And this is also an area that's growing, and you may see more and more departments added in. The nice thing about these programs is many of them satisfy Spanish program. That is the exception that all these will run once a summer. That program happens to run twice. A couple pointers about financial aid. You will be eligible to use UCLA Financial Aid Office for your study abroad programs. And yes, there are also many scholarships available as well. We have a couple of sessions coming up during the GLOW Week where you can learn more about scholarships and financial aid applications. Please know that our website will be updated frequently in the coming weeks. Some of the financial aid types that are available are grants, scholarships, and loans. Please know that the FAFSA application will be changing this year, so please keep an eye out for that. You can also apply to DreamX for the 2023 and 2024 academic year. There are some separate financial aid applications that those will be open to you once accepted to the Global Internship or Travel Study Plan. And all eligible students can use a combination of loans or grants to cover these program costs. We also want to highlight some scholarship opportunities for you. There will be some departmental scholarships, or as well as the UCEAP and UCLA IEO scholarship awards. A couple ones to highlight are the Gilman Scholars. These can be up to $5,000. And a new one that we wanted to highlight for this year is the Fund for Education Abroad. Those will also be up to $5,000. It's important to go to our website listed below so that you can get the most up-to-date information. Many of these do have deadlines that occur months before you would actually go abroad, so please make sure that you're saving those in your calendar. You're also eligible if you have veterans benefits to have these applied to your summer programs as well.
So now we'll be getting into the process of how to apply for each type of program. Each type of program will have its own individual registration form. So we'll make sure to highlight that at this moment. But first off, one of the steps to apply is to attend an info session, which you're doing now. So you can cross that off the list. Number 2, clarify your goals. For example, what would you like to study while abroad during the summer? For example, would you like to fulfill a language requirement, GEs, major requirements, minor requirements, or a combination of all three within the same program? Or, also start thinking about funding, applying for scholarships, submitting the FAFSA. Several scholarship opportunities are available for financial need-based, merit-based. So since each type of scholarship is different, each deadline will also vary as well. So please make sure to review that information and make note of that information, because the deadlines do vary from scholarship to scholarship. And also, if you have eligibility for financial aid, please make sure to submit the FAFSA. Then talking to your advisors, talking to our office, reaching out to us in order to discuss the study abroad options that are available, any questions about the application process, where you can go. If you're not sure where you'd like to go, we can help you figure that out. Then also you have your department advisors, your academic counselors that can confirm that the classes you plan on taking are equivalent to what UCLA requires, and therefore will give you the okay to take the classes that you plan to take while abroad. Again, that's if you're looking to fulfill specific requirements. Some students will use this opportunity to take elective courses, and that's fine as well. Just please make sure to inform your academic counselors regarding your study abroad plans. And lastly, completing the application online. There is nothing you need to print out and drop off at our office. Everything can be done from home, from the library. It's all online, and it's all pretty straightforward. So again, you'll see the UCEP website where you can apply. Sometimes students will ask, what kind of information will the application request? For example, it will ask for your passport information, contact information, emergency contact information. So those kind of items you will need to submit. Eligibility criteria, as I mentioned, varies by program, competitive or selective. Most programs are not selective. The others that are capped at a specific number of spots are given on a first come, first served basis. Then we have the travel study and global citizenship links there where you can go and apply. Again, travel study, apply online starting November 16th. Global internship later in the fall, and then you will see, again, if spaces are limited, first come first served, selective or not. So this is very straightforward. So I would recommend, exploring our website, taking a look at these different options. You can learn more detail about these individual options that we have. And again, if there's any questions that you have after reviewing these programs, you'll find our contact information later on in this presentation.
And one thing we wanted to draw your attention to was our newsletter. You can join that, and therefore you'll be able to receive all the most up-to-date program updates and also get communications from our office. And just as a reminder, we have our email listed above underneath UCLA International Education Office. Again, if you could add that to your safe senders list, that way you never miss an email from us. We're also on social media as well with the handles below. If you go to our contact page on our website, you can also sign up for specific advising sessions or see when we have drop-in hours available.
So please make sure to take any questions you have in the Q&A function, and we'll be sure to get to those questions. Thanks again for joining us, and we look forward to hearing from you.